Hello everybody, welcome back to another reading. I got a request in one of the comments to do a reading on Marilyn Manson and the whole case surrounding potential abuse of a previous lover and perhaps several others as well. We're going to take a look if we can get any information about that. We're going to get started with the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, which is this one. And if we have any further questions, we're going to get the Vice Versa Tarot deck in on it, see what we can find there. As per usual, before I get started, I'm an intuitive reader, meaning that I read the cards as they present themselves to me. The impressions that I get, I'll let you know those. And if you see anything else in the cards, make sure to let me know that in the comment section below as well, so we can get more info on different perspectives. Always good. So I'm just going to start shuffling the deck until we get a nice layout of cards here, and then we're going to take a look what's up with Marilyn Manson and the accusations. So let's just get started. Alright, well, let's see what we got here. We got quite a collection. First of all, we have the Five of Wands in reverse next to what looks to me like death. And that's kind of like ending some type of situation after a conflict. Now, whose conflict it is, I don't know. This could very well be somebody trying to get out of this conflict or perhaps repress it, because as you can see over here, there is a very large creature putting their foot literally on a smaller one, trying to get attention or something from the larger one. And it's kind of like reads to me like there was conflict in the past and it's kind of been subdued, kept down. Next to that, we have the Seven of Swords next to the Seven of Cups. Okay, so that's kind of like Seven of Swords, usually some type of manipulation, somebody getting the upper hand in a not quite legal or perhaps honorable fashion. Seven of Cups is more of a wishing, at least also with different wishes that you could choose from. And it's interesting that there's two sevens next to each other. So I'm like, hey, also this person is like focusing on their craft a lot. Almost like this is the person who made the cards. You can see he's drawing all the same stuff that we see in the deck. It's almost like due to some type of wishes to push their career, because you can see that this person is hard at work. They wish to suppress or, I don't know, I guess alter the situation in a certain way with words, because it is the sword card, to make it so that they could continue with their existence as it was. We see here the King of Pentacles, which is somebody who's fairly influential. Oops, I'm also throwing him around apparently. Next to the Three of Pentacles, which is definitely a career card. So this is definitely, this lineup seems to me like suppressing certain things that could negatively affect the career of the King of Pentacles over here, in order to continue down their successful path. And then we have here the Nine of Wands in reverse. Nine of Wands is usually somebody who stands in front of a whole bunch of wands behind them, looking very weary. This person is also very weary, but unlike the usual Nine of Wands, the person looking ready to fight off any other people, though tired, this person looks like they're giving up, and it's in reverse. So I'm thinking this is more of a, not the person who is in the lead here, but the people around them going, okay, whatever, I've tried and I can't really get through, so I'm just gonna let it be for now. So, and we have here, this is the Six of Pentacles, which is kind of like a charity card. And with this lineup, it almost seems like not quite charity, but hey, here's some money, now look the other way type of thing. Let's see, you have the Ace of Wands next to that. That's some new initiatives. We also have some Nine of Pentacles, so things are starting to get a little bit expensive because it's in reverse. This is how I see it. Like these initiatives kind of were costly. Then there was the Page of Cups, which is usually unexpected surprise. Like, hey, look, there's this fish in a cup. How did that get there? And what's happening now? It's usually like an emotional surprise. It could be positive or negative. Don't really know, but we see here the Seven of Wands right next to that. which is more of a, well, in this case, it's the 8, isn't it? It's the 8 of Wands, sorry. I said 7. 8 of Wands is normally like a lot of activity. You can see that this person is harvesting and they're really hard at work trying to get all this profit in. And then we do see this bird over here with a message like, hey, got a surprise for you. Stuff is moving, stuff is happening. And right next to the page, I think that's kind of like a look at this. There's new stuff happening. Now this, I actually looked it up. It's the number 4, and number 4 is the Emperor usually, but I was mistaken. Even though the guy on the card does look like an Emperor, this is the 4 of Pentacles, so that's why I was confused. But still, it has a little bit of Emperor energy. And he does have a lot of wealth in his hands, but he's also standing next to this person over here. It looks to me like some type of representation of death. Like this is almost like a, hey, this person's unwilling to let go of their wealth and their past because they are looking behind them. And they have this person on this side saying, no, it's time to step into this fiery pit. And I see this like somebody unwilling to let go of their riches, even though the universe is trying to push them along. It doesn't have to mean they're going to push them in the fire, but more like you're going to have to let all of that go if you want to continue on to the next round or the next level of evolution. We have next to that the devil, which is usually like a manipulation also, and some type of addiction card. So together I would say this is an unwillingness to let go of an addiction of some sorts, even though the universe in the world is trying to push him to do so. So what we're seeing so far, it almost seems like this is, like I said, trying to continue with the career, trying to keep people, I guess, silent on certain things. Doesn't really say if anything untoward happened, but you know, if you're like super famous, there's always going to be people who are going to try to get something from you. And this seems like the typical thing that a lot of famous people tend to do. They tend to just dissuade the people that are coming for them with the finances and other like arrangements outside the court and stuff like that, and leaving them in the dust with that. We do see here the unexpected surprise and then the unwillingness to let go. So I'm thinking this is more of a surprise. Like I don't think he expected this to come up right now. You never really expect when something is super negative happens to you anyway, but this kind of like didn't really think that it would happen this way, and he's unwilling to let go of whatever it is that he's addicted to, which could be fame and money. It could also be whatever it is that they say his hobbies apparently are in the downtime. Now this doesn't actually accuse him of anything in particular, but you know, it says that there's definitely some strife and some attempts to keep things on the down low, which are now apparently being undone, and now he's reluctant to let any of that go because he's really clamping onto those pentacles like, these are mine, you can't take that, all this stuff back here is mine. Let's hold them upright so you can see it a little bit more detail. Look, he's looking at the basically an empire that he's built behind him, and he's unwilling to let that go, even though people are trying to push him towards that. An upright card would seem to me like, okay, you're going to eventually do that even though you don't want to, but it's in reverse. So I think that that's definitely the unwillingness again. So this is more from his perspective, how this is playing out for him, like emotionally and also in his finances and his work. Let's see if we can find anything about the person accusing, whether or not there's anything to that. Oop. Immediately the 6 of Swords comes out next to the 9 of Wands again. Oh, hey, here we go. 9 of Wands connection made. 6 of Swords is like a moving on, but in this case I tend to see that as being moved on by other people because the person in the boat is being led by somebody else, so they're looking to move on, but they are weary. Maybe that's why they're moving on or wanting to move on. Like, I'm getting the impression that it's something that's weighed on their mind for a while, because I believe the main person who came out to accuse them, can't really come up with their name right now, it's been a while since they managed to get away from Marilyn Manson, or at least since that relationship ended, and so I'm thinking that they're coming out now is more of a trying to move on from all of that stuff that they've been stuck with. Whoops, I'm throwing cards everywhere. This is Judgment in reverse. We have here the 3 of Pentacles is back, so we're once again on the work side. Judgment Judgment in reverse. Okay, interesting. And then we have here the High Priestess also in reverse and backwards. This is the back side of the High Priestess. So that's like certain things being revealed from behind the scenes. We see here, this is the King of Swords. Okay, so somebody's really good. I'm getting the impression that this might be a lawyer or something who is going to dig through some things. I don't know which side we're on. I was asking about the person accusing, so perhaps this might be the lawyer on the other team, because we're seeing Judgment in reverse here. So from the perspective of this person, the judgment that they wanted, I don't think is going to be met, because we see here the reversed and backwards High Priestess. Like, they have certain secrets that are definitely being revealed, or at least they know that they're there, but we have here because it's upside down, I don't think we're going to see them come out next to our reversed Judgment, because of this King of Swords here, who is kind of like standing guard over. What is he standing guard over? Well, you can't really see that, but it's like just standing in the way. He's looking very solid, and he's very smart. He's very cold and calculating. I don't think he's going to let anybody pass, and don't think they're going to get much through that way. Let's see what this is about, these two. Let's try the High Priestess reversed with Judgment reversed. What can we see about that? Whoop. Okay, so we do see here the Six of Wands in reverse. And the Six of Wands is usually a celebration of somebody, and definitely somebody is being knocked off their throne here. So that's a thing. I don't think that they were on a throne. Okay, look. We're starting to look the other way now, actually, because we have the world here who's going to be taking a look at things. And we have here the Five of Pentacles. On the inside, though, this is interesting because this is the vice versa deck. Normally you would see this as the Five of Pentacles. Poor people in the snow outside a really lovely window, or undoubtedly at least shielding people on the inside who are nice and warm and happy. But if you look on the other side, you can see that this person, while definitely warm, is not doing too well either. It's like he's very concerned. He's got his own worries, like the other side of the coin. So this might not even be his lawyer. This might be her lawyer, because it looks as though the world is starting to lose faith, and he's definitely concerned about that. So maybe this Judgment reversed is not from her perspective, but more from his perspective. Let's see if we can get anything more about that. This is the Four of Cups in reverse. So normally Four of Cups is having options being offered to you from the universe and not really wanting to choose, or just refusing to choose. But in this case, the ship has sailed and the cups are left behind on the beach. Sort of like giving up, maybe. Ship's already sailed. I'm starting to feel like maybe the Judgment's already been meted out without actually considering everything. Like the court of popular opinion, that's what I'm looking for. Like, people may already have had their ships sail, they've seen all sorts of things and heard all sorts of things and made up their mind about that. It's a bit of a mess right now. We have the Five of Swords here, so there's definitely some mental and verbal sparring. Somebody's definitely being brought to the ground by that. And whether it's her or him, I don't know, but this lineup is starting to look a bit like him again. He's back. Let's see. Let's see a bit more about these three right here. This combination over here. Losing the position, worrying behind what seemed like really nice, neat closed doors in the world. Oops. I don't think I meant to do that, but I will take this top card because that's apparently part of it. We have here Knight of Wands, reverse though. They are normally very actionable and charging into the combat, but as you can see, the place that they're charging into is very barren and very dangerous because there's a very big lightning storm over there. So it's kind of like riding off into desperation is what's coming to mind right now. Like, not really sure if they're going to win anything out of this, but they're also not Willing to give up. We have here the Page of Pentacles, which is like unexpected spending. At least that's what I'm getting right now. What else can we see here? So it seems like an uphill battle is what I'm getting. What else can we get from that? And the Empress, the back side of the Empress, looking at, what is that? Well, it looked like a tree, but for a moment there it looked almost like an explosion, like the mushroom cloud, but it's actually a tree. So we have the Empress almost turning their back on the situation, like somebody, I guess, letting them go, or saying this is too much, I'm not going to support you anymore. That's how it came across to me. Like normally the Empress would be this really lovely, caring, nurturing person, but in this case it's like I'm not even going to turn around to look at you, that type of thing. They are looking at a positive image, like it's all very fruitful back there, lots of things blooming and stuff like that, but the Empress is not in right now. Even though she's sitting on a chair, she's not paying attention. I just wanted to see in detail what I was seeing on the card here. I thought it was a rabbit sitting down there, but that is actually a skull. Can you see that? Normally there's like a rabbit behind a chair or something. At least I thought I saw one of those in another one of these Empress cards. But there's actually a skull. It's kind of like if you let things go, then all this bounty and all this harvest and all this pretty blue skies and everything blooming and looking great can be yours, type of thing. Like this is almost like if you were to just come out and let everything go, we can just go move on beyond this point. That's what I'm seeing with this one. So is there any truth to these accusations? Oops, 2 cards flew out right away. First being the Magician, so that's somebody who's very actionable, who's got a lot of resources, definitely very smart. Don't know what that means in particular. And then we have here the Emperor from behind. Now the Emperor from behind, again, the Emperor and the Empress are both facing the other way. But this person has more of the resources, where the Empress had all of the nurturing and all the blooming and all the, I guess, natural wealth. The Emperor has more of the physical, worldly wealth, and he's also looking the other way. It's like they're both kind of just facing the other way until something has been resolved. That's what I'm getting from these two. It's almost like the parents in this case. You see, mom and dad are looking the other way until things have been solved. I'm going to put them next to each other. So what I really wanted to know, though, is there truth to this accusation? Is it as bad as they are saying? Whoopsie, relax. Strength is reversed. Okay, so somebody is losing some strength here. Hierophant is upright. That's somebody who's like almost like a church leader or some church leader of some type of organization, somebody who people follow. Hangman is reversed, so they're not budging from their perspective. They're also not resting on their laurels, etc. And we have here Justice reversed as well. So it's kind of like, I think this is them feeling injustice. So maybe he's feeling like the accusations are incorrect. He's definitely made a statement to that effect. Let's see if we can get anything from the Deviant Moon. So he appears to be feeling like he's being incorrectly accused. That's what this seems to be about. And he's not going to rest, I guess, until he's got his justice. Let's see. What is it going to end up being? The result of this case. King of Cups upright and the Star. Okay. That sounds to me like at least this King of Cups is going to end up winning to some degree. At least they're going to keep their Star upright. So that might be them winning the court case. Oops, jeez. Everything's falling right now. Let's see what else. Let's first of all fix this because this is a mess. There, that's good enough for now. Okay, let's see. We got about 5 cards here. And 2 of Swords. So not wanting to make up the mind, rather having a single-mindedness about this whole thing. We have here the 6 of Cups, it looks like. Yep, 6 of Cups, like a childhood thing. So this could be something that comes from a very deep place that he's currently struggling with, or that it is a result of. Then we have here the 2 of Cups, so there's definitely some type of lover situation here. Somebody that they had a bond with. An old bond, because we have here the 6 Cups and the 2 Cups next to each other. So it's like an old bond here. Ace of Cups, reversed. I guess love that went wrong, or maybe they had a falling out of some sorts. Then we have here the 10 of Cups in reverse. You can see here that there's somebody underneath their chessboard. And I think this is more of a, they were hoping to retire, I guess, with all of their wealth intact, but that almost seems like that might not be the case, and that's why it's showing up in reverse. Maybe things that were in the past. I don't necessarily see this as a person outside of themselves being oppressed, but more like the past, because we have like a lot of past stuff here currently, and I think that this past person that they used to be was being repressed for sake of their wealth, and now it might actually be coming out because of that. Like certain things of the past are coming back to haunt him. That's what I'm trying to say. And then lastly, we have here the 7 of Cups again. Nope, the 8 of Cups, and that's more of a walking away situation. So I'm guessing that he's going to walk away from all of this nonsense. He might actually just give it up, and that might actually make a star rise again, or at least not fall, because the star did come up here with the King of Cups. If he were to be vulnerable, I guess, maybe open up about his past and stuff like that, because we do have the past represented here and what things were really like, I think he can maintain his star position, and he might just walk away from the whole thing after a while, like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna give up on this because people are kind of stacking the deck against me, and they just want me to fail, and you know what, I'm just going to tell you everything that it was, and this is what it is, take it or leave it, I'm out of here. That's what the 8 of Cups is saying after all of this, to me anyway. So that is what I'm seeing for Marilyn Manson. I hope you found that interesting, and make sure to leave a comment and a like. That really helps the channel. And if you have anything else you'd like me to do a reading on, make sure to leave that in the comment section below as well. I'll see you in another reading. Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.